All right, brothers and sisters, good morning. This might be a new YouTube page for the fact that I lost my old phone, lost all my stuff with it, had to get a whole new email. So, it is what it is. Maybe the Lord wanted that for a reason. So here we go, chapter recap. Since the last time I talked to you, I kind of like ended one chapter, went to another. Now we know that King Saul was coming at David. We are in chapter 20. All right, and the portion of scripture I'll be reading on is all in chapter 20 real quick. What happens here is that David and Jonathan, King Saul's son, come to realize that King Saul is really trying to kill David, and David's like really burdened, and he's just stressed out. And Jonathan's like, I don't believe you, but let's try to fix this. Let's see if this is true. So a new moon comes about, and David's like, hey, I'm gonna go wait a bit, man, and go do me. All right. I'm gonna go hide in the field, and it's new moon. If your pop says, "Where am I at the festival?" Just say, "Hey, man, he went to go see his family, the sacrifice and whatnot." If your pops gets upset, he's out to get me. If your pops is cool, that means it is what it is. We're straight. So sure enough, David hides in the field for 3 days. Meanwhile, the son goes to the new moon festival with father and all that, and they're sitting at the table. Day 1, King Saul says nothing. Day 2, King Saul like, hey, where's David? And John's like, oh, well, check it out. Hey, he was his family. He came to me, asked if I can go. I said, go ahead, no big deal. King Saul gets pissed. He's mad. He's like, you know what, you son of a bleep, bleep, bleep. He's like, you son of a rebellious woman. Don't you understand? As long as he's alive, your throne will not be established. He goes, surely I will kill him this day. Let's send soldiers out to kill him. So Jonathan took off. Jonathan's like, he didn't take off. John's like, well, what did he do, Dad? Why are you so mad? He's done nothing wrong to you. Why you want to kill him? And he's like, just get out of my face. So Jonathan goes to David the next day and says, you know what, man? You're right. My dad's out to kill you. So Jonathan and David start to cry. They make a couple of covenants. And he goes, hey, man, I'm sorry. I got to go. He's like, yeah, you should leave. Dad's the dad that wants to kill you, man. He's like, Jonathan's like, hey, do me a favor. Always be good to my home and my people, my descendants. And David's like, okay, I will. And David leaves. Now, here's the problem. David and Jonathan, in their emotions and feelings and fear, do not consult God in prayer on what they are to do. They consult each other, and they consult each other's feelings and emotions, and they make a pact with one another. If this is true, blah, 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 I will leave. You be good to my people. Done. Never take a step without consulting God first. It don't matter how important that authoritarian is. Never take a step without consulting God first. And you're going to see right here, this is the beginning of David's ministry. This is David's ministry. He starts making decisions and emotions. And because of that, people start getting killed. David was already an anointed king once King Saul dies. But David, in fear, decides to, hey, we're going to do this my way. Man's way. Out of emotions to feelings. Remember, emotions are indicators, not instigators. Emotions tell you something is wrong. They don't tell you what to do. You see? Feelings tell you the same thing. You feel, well, I feel this. Just because you feel this way doesn't mean you have to be that way. Okay, why do I feel this way? What's making me feel like this? Is this a good feeling or bad feeling? Okay, and that we go from there. David and Jonathan, men of war, mighty men of war, in fear, decide to make covenants and vows and all that, and David leaves. Now, we begin chapter 21. Here comes David now. David now goes to a city called Nob. Chapter 21, verses 1 through 9. David goes to a city of Nob, which is a city of priests. All right. Family of priests live there. The priests, their wives and kids. All right. David's first act as living in sin, as a man living in sin. All right. Remember, he's in sin. He didn't consult God. Therefore, he's in sin. In fear. That's sin. Fear is a spirit, not of God. In fear, he goes to Nob, lies to the priest. His first act in sin is to lie to God's anointed priests. He said, hey, I'm here. The priest Abimelech was like, hey, fool, why are you here by yourself? What's going on? This is pretty shady. And David's like, oh, the king sent me on some personal business, to handle some business alone. I left in haste, no sword, no spear, no food. What you got? And the priest's like, well, we got showbread. He's like, David's like, give it to me. I'll take it. And he goes, that's for the priest. He goes, are you clean? The priest asked, are you clean? David's like, of course I'm clean. I haven't had a woman in 3 days. He goes, is your vessel clean? Is your pintu clean? He's like, I ain't had a woman, bro. Like, All right, well, fine, here. So now David takes a showbread. He's like, hey, well, since I left in haste, I got no sword or spear. You got any weapons on hand? And the priest's like, yes, we do. We have the sword of Goliath, the Philistine whom you killed in the valley. There was none like it. And David's like, bro, I'll take it. There is none like it. So now here goes David. His first act as a man of God who fled in sin. He lies to God's anointed. Meanwhile, a guy named Doeg, who was there, one of Saul's chief shepherds, saw what was taking place. So Doeg saw David there, lied to the priests. Doeg saw the priests help David out with food and a weapon. Now Doeg goes back to Saul, and now we have a problem here. Remember, whenever we act in the flesh always gets exposed, sooner or later. David is now beginning his ministry as a bandit, as a man who's abandoned his post. He starts off with a lie. He takes the showbread of God and the sword of Goliath and got caught. He doesn't know he's caught yet, but he got caught. Brothers and sisters, I'm going to stop there. I hope you all can see this. I'm going to try to reclaim or get back my old... I don't know. I am not tech savvy. But I love you. God bless you. Have a blessed day. And remember, choose wisdom over the world. God bless.